know things are going good when you have to use a vacuum cleaner for an oil change.
Yeah, and I'm getting too old to climb in there. Welcome back to Just Enough Garage. Today, working on this again. Okay, so last week I gave you guys options. We could have worked on the white Subaru, could have worked on my Brat. All those answers, nobody, not even one of you voted on it, so it's my choice today. We're going to work on the 74 Ford. There's something I've been wanting to do for a while, so let me open the hood here. Oh, here comes Mary, my helper. She's going to hold the camera for me. Hi, Mary.
Came with a snack too. A loud snack for filming.
We're live and in the thick of the action. So come on in here. So what I've been wanting to do on this for a while is when I run the engine, maybe you can't hear it in the video, but there's a loud tick 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 sound. I think it's a rocker arm. It's a collapse lifter. It's something. So for those of you, come on in close. For those of you who skipped over watching this, it's a Ford 300, 1974 model. It's a 1-ton power.
I thought it was a 350.
Yeah, it's a 1-ton. The engine's a 300, Mary.
Well, okay, what's the difference in between 300 and 350?
350 is the weight style. There's a 150s, 250s, and the 350s. 350s is the 1-ton. Let's talk about the engine for a second. 300 Ford, 6-cylinder. GM makes a 292, a 250, all the way down to like a 216. Great. 6-cylinder straight six. Chevys come out in the 30s. Fords have had them forever. AMC made the 258, which is now the 4.0, which is what's... I don't think they make the 4.0 anymore. Is there a manufacturer still making straight sixes? I don't know. These are what they're talking about as one of the most... Hi, Rolla. They said the 300 is one of the most reliable engines Ford ever made. I don't know if that's true. It's just what I hear. And then all those straight sixes were reliable. This one's got a noise up top. If you've gone back, and I always say this, go back in the videos because there's a lot of new people. Thanks for the subscribers. But there's a lot of new people that are watching. I've been doing this for several months, and I think we have 50 videos out or something like that by now.
We have more than 50.
Okay, we have more than 50. Anyways, let's pull this apart real quick. I have all the tools on the table. And we'll see what's underneath here, what's making the noise.
And our shiny new starter down there. That's in the Will It Start video, our first one.
So I'll give you a history lesson on this truck. It came out of a field, and we really did get it running and going. And it is pretty hacked. You can see all the rust down there and in the floor. And of course, last week's video, I made a stupid shifter for it, and that seemed to be received well. Stupid shifter. Anyways, let's look at what's underneath here. If I do this right, Mary, I won't have to do anything but pull these out, see what's wrong, and go from there. Let me get the bench.
Handy dandy 2x8.
Oh, look at that. And you gotta watch your head.
At least this doesn't have a hook to get you.
Yeah, I wish it had a sharp hook up there that poke you in the skull.
Oh, the 53 Ford did enough of that for us. This is the nicest hood of any of the old rides we've been working on lately, Darian.
Is it?
Yeah, because the Suburban didn't stay up on its own, and it had a hook. The 53 Ford didn't stay up on its own, and it had a hook. It didn't have anything at all. This stays up on its own, no hook.
Did you see how I boxed myself in there? I put all that up there, and now
Oh yeah, I saw.
Now I gotta take this off.
Now you have a serving plate.
I boxed myself in. I think the reason these run so long is that one barrel carburetor, they can't rev up enough to blow up. They just...
Make it stupid proof in that way.
Okay, let me get these ones. Just in case someone's interested, these valve covers are not interchangeable with the newer 90s 306s. They're different. The heads are different. Something's different. Because on that one in that 53 Ford, I discovered that because I used a more modern head on an old block. I should probably take the last bolt out way back there, huh?
Probably.
Is there one? Is there going to be one right at the end like there is here?
Probably.
Is there, you think there will be?
I don't know. I can't see. Can the people see?
All right.
Too many hoses and wires. I can't tell.
Delay. I gotta go get a step stool. Delay.
Delay. Delay.
You ready? Am I talking to myself? You're filming me again?
I only just barely started it before you said, "Are you ready?"
I'm mumbling about the stool, the chair.
This is what we call a fuddly old man.
Yeah, if you're not hurting yourself, you're not working hard enough at it. Let me get all precariously balanced.
Well, he's got both feet still on there. That's not precarious. That's pretty okay.
Maybe I can make this work. I put the tape.
Getting hokey.
I put the tape on there so the universal's not as universally.
Not as floopy.
Oh, shoot. Look at that. There's the trim tag, Mary. Tells you what was.
Oh yeah, she's held up well.
That'll go good when I sell it at Barrett Jackson. So 1974 was during the middle of the gas crunches, I understand. So that's probably why somebody put this engine in. You know, from the factory, they would have gone with this like a low budget engine, but then the power steering and power brakes to make it user friendly. But in theory, these got better gas mileage.
Very schmeary.
And the power is, you know, the torque values not. These are pretty good. Oh, good. It fell on the ground.
Hitting right in there. I didn't even hear it clink, so it's...
Go under there and get it. Shine down.
Aha! I see it.
All right, we'll get it later. You come up here and we'll reveal the big reveal.
It's right under the cabin, plain sight.
Why is this in the way? Somebody added this great big vacuum canister, and I don't know why they did that.
Oh, yes, and gasolina.
Well, that's me.
Yeah. Gasolina with the bungee cord.
Let me remove this vacuum. Well, maybe it'll come out from under there. There we go. Vacuum hose off. Okay, what do we got?
Let's pull off all the spark plugs without paying attention.
Is this going to be clean under here, you think, or is it going to be all full of...
Have we taken off the cover before?
Oh, no. This is brand new to me.
Well, I know we pressure washed it bunches. I just couldn't remember if we took it off.
You got to be kidding me, that stupid... This right
Oh,
here.
the arm is in the way?
The throttle deal.
Yeah.
Well, let's break this.
Just to look at something else to unbreak? I'll tell you what, it looks crusty under there. It looks like dried fudge.
Does it?
Yeah.
That's not a good sign.
I know.
Delay. So you think a combination of some of this junk will work? Junky old orange pliers, wire cutters, and a random screwdriver that's made by Stanley. That's probably,
Stanley Steamer, the carpet
probably 40 or 50 years old. That's probably about the same age as the truck, really.
And you.
I don't know where I get this stuff from. Let's try this screwdriver first.
We're just Stanley set in order of Craftsman and Crescent.
I don't know. Some people really like them. I gotta put on my glasses so when I poke my hand with that screwdriver, I can see it. All right. This little keeper here, I'm trying not to.
Pretty sure you said so we could break something. And you brought out the breaking tools.
All right. Whoa, this is horrible, Mary.
I told you. I know what it's supposed to look like, and it ain't that, bud.
What about, hey, let's do an oil change. No. No. Let's never do an oil change.
No oil would come out of it. It's all caked. Oh, my gosh.
Look inside here.
Oh, golly. I think they tried to put some snake oil in there, Darian.
Look at this.
Oh my gosh, it's so
You know when you
thick.
clean your chimney?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chimney sweeping.
Chimney, cherie.
Oh, golly. All those rockers.
See, this one's loose. This one, look how it's coming around here.
Yeah.
You can see the ones that have oil flow.
I was going to hand it to you, but you're all gross.
Oh, yeah. See this one?
Oh, yeah.
This one's getting oil because you can see oil right there.
Yeah, that's fresh.
But you see these others, like this one, I
Caked on,
don't think oil's coming out of it. That one. Hey, if you own a car, change the oil. So this tells me if I change the oil, Mary, we're going to have to pull the oil pan
We're gonna have to pull all of it almost.
We'll pull
to
the oil
clean
pan
it.
because you know it's going to be the screen and everything down there's going to be.
Yeah, you're gonna want to put in oil you don't love just to clean it out. So.
Well, they make some solvent stuff, but the problem is it'll wear your bearings and stuff. But this.
Exactly.
This is one where I'm going to take the screwdriver. We'll do it in a minute, and we'll.
You just scrape everything away.
Oh my gosh! Look at this.
Oh golly.
They never ever change the oil on this ever.
This makes for good television.
Yeah, I'm so disappointed in this.
We were so excited to not have to do anything.
Look at it, it's just junk. Look at it right there. I mean, look at that. Ay, 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 ay.
Have anybody on the internet seen one as bad as this? I'm sure guys who work in car shops.
How does it
have.
run so good if it's that bad?
That's what I thought when you were lifting it and it was getting caught on the arm.
So a lot of times I will take an engine apart and I'll pressure wash it and I'll wash all the oil galleries and stuff. Then I WD-40, then I reassemble it.
Yeah, we just washed it assembled this time.
This would be one of them if you were to do it because it runs okay, but it's not going to run forever with this style of oiling system. So you
it's a style.
Yeah, you got to disassemble it to clean it, to put it back in, and you knock all the freeze plugs out. You get all the grime out of there. You take the cams all out and you clean everything really good and you put it in. It doesn't cost a lot of money. You just get
It costs a lot of time.
Well, you get
patience.
You get new gaskets, so that's a bonus. You get all new gaskets. You don't have any more oil leaks. It just shoot. I mean, if you guys want to see me do that, I'll do it for you. But man, it's a lot of work. You know.
I'm surprised it was running as good as it was.
Yeah. Well, that's the scam on the internet. The will it runs. Everybody watches them. I watch them, and they get it running. But you're like, that's not done. Oh, we got it running now for 20 years. But yeah, that's phase one. Phase two is this mess. So we're gonna clean this one up a little bit.
It's driven maybe 3 miles. Maybe.
And it overheated one of those 3 miles.
Exactly.
It runs good, but it won't run
Not
forever.
for long.
It's on. This is its last leg. So on the side here, Mary. On the side of these, you see this, you take these covers off and that's where the lifters run. The cam is on this side and they push up on that push rod. Mm-hmm. So when the push rod, we might take these apart. I might have to, maybe not in this video, but we'll start it with the cover off and we'll see where oil's coming out. We'll see if every lifter is rotating the push rod and the rockers are supposed to put oil up and go back down. Nothing can return to the oil pan when it's this clogged. So I'm going to get out my hokey vacuum cleaner that is a piece of crap, and we're going to vacuum this.
You have to duct tape the hose onto the machine.
This is why I keep it, just for these.
The garbage jobs.
This is going to destroy. You don't want anything nice.
No.
And I don't want to put
This is why we can't have nice things.
And I don't want to put any cleaner or anything on this yet because that will go straight down, and I don't want that stuff going in it right now.
You take out the pieces, you put them in a separate tub with a bunch of dish soap and hot water.
First, you start with the chunks. And then when the chunks are gone, we'll worry about the rest.
You scrape your plate before you rinse it.
Delay that video. Let's set up. Okay, so before I do an oil change by a vacuum cleaner, I need to remind some people, or myself including. So for 8 months, we've used the opening song in our video, String and Bait, I believe it was called.
By Gar Ashby.
Okay, anyways, YouTube has changed their policies, whatever. It's different. We had to change songs, so hopefully you guys like the beginning music. We're not set to it. We might experiment. Please vote on that too if you like the change of music. It became a situation where that was no longer some of the YouTube free music that you use for videos, so everything has to be copyrighted, and that's changed into a different category. It happens sometimes. It's a bummer. We like that music. Anyways, so speaking of music, I'm going to vacuum. Mary's probably going to overlay a bunch of music on it, and you guys just watch me change the oil via vacuum cleaner. Okay.
You know things are going good when you have to use a vacuum cleaner for an oil change.
Yeah, and I'm getting too old to climb in there. So let's talk about it. Now you see crude oil started out as crude oil. They refine it to motor oil, and then it goes back to crude oil. It's a circle of life. Yeah, look how grubby I got. Just.
At least you got gloves on. Now you want to be involved?
So let's go over here to this end. Positives and negatives. I have some positives for this guy who never changed oil. That letting it set with that much oil on it didn't allow
Kept it from rusting.
Didn't have a corrosion in there. So
far.
A couple of these in the back had fresh oil on them, and a couple of these in the front don't.
Yeah.
Now we can.
It's easier to see on the spring side.
Yeah, I didn't see any that were super loose. We'll go over to that side, Mary.
I'm going.
We can adjust them a little bit because I'm sure that it's time for valve lash.
Yeah, what we're talking about is here. Where this one's shinier and this one's
Yeah,
not
but
as shiny.
the oil comes up through a hole. That
I know, but you can see which one's more likely going to be working by how much crud is built up on them.
See, some of these are loose.
Well, the looser ones seem to be doing better.
Right.
Found the trick.
So let's read this label. Come over here, Mary. Now that we got the valve cover off.
I'm surprised you sat your cold butt on the ground. You hate that.
Okay, read in here where it says valve lash. I gotta take my glasses off.
Well, stop moving it. Valve lash. HYD-NOT space ADJ.
Hydraulic. Okay, what does it say for exhaust and then intake?
All right, let me find it. Oh. It's on there. It's the one rubbed out. Yeah. This part over here, it's idle, and then I can't even tell what's next to it. But it was manufactured June 1973. I don't know if it's going to focus on there.
Okay. So you don't know what the intake and exhaust
No, I don't see it on
valves are
there.
supposed to be? Okay, well.
If the people can see it, they'll tell us.
Yeah, if you could read that. Write it down 2 weeks after I do this.
Yeah.
Okay.
The only exhaust I see is barely and exhaust. Worn out. It's a single word.
Well, let's start this hunk of junk. It's got a little bit of gas, and let's see which ones are making oil.
Whoa, Rolly. The splash zone.
Oh, the throttle's not connected, Mariana.
Well,
Whose fault is that?
I didn't take it off. Your tool's all greasy now. What you gonna do?
It's all greasy on everything in here.
Oh, he's a ballerina.
Ah! Motor Oil City. That back one turning?
It looks like, but now I can't tell. I think we're gonna have to turn it off and make a mark.
Oh. Get out of the way.
Ah! Just put a bunch of tripping junk in the way. Hey, surprisingly, there's still some liquid oil in there.
Yeah. Yeah, that back one's not turning.
Why would it not turn?
Gummy? It's been driven 3 miles?
In the last 25 years?
Yeah. You get what you pay for, and so far I haven't paid anything.
Try to figure out where to put your hands.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the master brake cylinder, that's secure.
Ooh. Do I dare put pliers on it?
Oh sure, you already got him out. You made his wheel.
Yeah, we got to do something about these ones here not collecting any oil. Now these are fragile, Mary. They're hollow inside.
Sure powerful for how fragile they is.
All right, let's do some smart thinking here.
Before you mess it up?
And pull that off the top. I'm gonna pull these 2 off. Everything else is getting oil.
Yeah.
So I got 3 that are not producing.
2 in the front and
that one in the back. Of course, they're the furthest ones away, right? So maybe that has something to do with it.
Of course.
No, it's called oil pressure. It's supposed to go everywhere equally. All right, let me find a wrench. Delay. Okay, so hopefully this hasn't been too noisy with the engine running. You guys, I tried to pan the camera. Mary tried some shots. We're not getting oil from these 2 and the one in the back. So if you want to know which ones they are, obviously the front one, intake and exhaust. This is the intake manifold. You can see right there, support. That's the valve. This is the exhaust going down and out the back. Which one is that? So we've got intake on the back, intake on the front, and an exhaust. So because she couldn't read the valve lash, I'm going to try a trick.
Okay. If you guys could read it, you know, brag in the comments.
So if I go...
See how steady I held the camera?
If I go 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, that's 1 turn. 1 1/4, 2 1/4, excuse me, 1 3/4. There's 2 full turns.
Getting ahead of himself.
Now, is that enough to get the push rod out?
Is it some 5/3 too?
No, Mary. 2 1/4, 2 1/2.
And that fuel line is so conveniently placed.
2 3/4, 3 full turns. Now, should be able to kick this off to the side.
Pretty gummed up. Hard to do.
Can't do it.
Hates ya.
So 3 1/4, 3 1/2, 3 3/4, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're up to 5. So that's right at the top. So from 5 down, should be enough. There it goes. Okay, so there is oil trying. So I'm going to suspicion that we have what's called blockage.
I love when you say I'm gonna suspicion. It's so dumb.
Come on, let me show you how to do dumb stuff with a dumb push rod. You can see where it's been riding on the... So we know that's the top.
It's up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down.
Come on.
Also,
Come on, Mary.
Also, one side is caked and the other side's gooey.
Let me get a piece of wire.
Oh.
Delay.
Your wire trick?
This is a piece of wire, like a household wire. You strip this off, and guess what? It becomes a pipe cleaner.
This is what he means when he says they're hollow, because they are. That's where the oil comes up through.
Definitely something in there.
Yeah, a wire.
Well, as you look up through the periscope in it.
Land ho. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know if they'll be able to see nothing.
Yeah, if I move it around, maybe there'll be glimpses. Anyway,
Oh, there was.
yeah, there's lights. It didn't look that clogged, so.
Maybe he just hates you.
Let's give me that wire, Mary.
Oh. Homemade tools. Backyard machining.
Let's poke. Maybe it's just at the top that we got problems. All right. How many was it? Does anybody remember?
How many what?
Yeah. Turns.
5 whole turns.
Where did I leave my wrench at?
Right there.
Right there. All right, so 5 whole turns.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I came up with too. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 2. 1.
Mary's got her fingers
2,
up.
3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 1 more to go.
Well, 4 more
1,
to go.
2, 3, 4.
Oh, that pinky finger was itching.
Now we'll watch it turn. Let's see what this one's doing. Maybe I'll try this from the top, Mary, because that one really wasn't that bad. Maybe it's just right here where we're having all these issues.
You want me to turn it over right now? With your fingers in there?
No, I should take it out and verify.
You want to do both before you see if the other one worked?
Yeah, well, I think we're going to need to do all of them.
And then run it once. All or nothing, baby.
Let's just keep moving that until we break it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. That's 4.
It is.
Let's see if that's enough to get the rocker apart. No, of course not. Why would this one be different?
Well, do one more quarter turn at a time. We'll see if it's actually 5.
Alright, and now we do that. See, there's oil coming up these things.
It's like a straw with a hole, but there isn't a hole. There's a blockage. There's no hole. All the stuff on the ground to trip over. And by all the stuff, I mean 2 stools.
Why is this bad? Who's been working with this tool? Is that hitting your camera?
It's your phone, so it's your camera. I'm glad you didn't go into medicine. If that's how you trach tube people, I'd be scared.
It's called practice, Mary.
Well, practice to this.
Oh, baby. She's good to go.
Wait. Let's see if we can see it better.
You remember which one was top? There's a shiny spot or what?
This is the bottom. This is the top. Wait. There's a groove. Is there a groove on that end too? You see?
Yeah, the ball.
Yeah, the ball. Is there a ball on that end?
Yeah, there's a ball.
Well, I can't tell because it's caked.
Oh, I've messed this one up. So what, does it matter? Not to me.
Yeah, see, this side's drier and crustier, so I figure it's the top side because it matches the others. If you don't like it, we'll swap it. Did you take it to the table? Yeah.
Well, of course, Mary. Why would I leave it conveniently placed? Tell me I gotta go 5.
Or 20. Why does that one look so much further down than the others? I mean, I realize that they're at different levels, but like that one's so much further down compared to.
Well, the nut's about right on everything.
I know, but look at the springs.
Well, it's probably on the high spot.
That's why I was like,
just opening the intake.
That's right true, now. The intake and exhaust. It's just looking at the others. It looks like such a bigger difference.
Well, I really don't want to mess with that one in the rear. Let's run this front one and see if we get oil. Then we'll know if it's working or not.
Yeah, it's not bringing anything up on the front two.
They're not rotating either. Yeah, that one's not turning.
Now it's trying to flood it in the back.
It's pushing it past. See, this one will turn. But this one...
I gotta zoom it out.
There it goes. It's turning now.
Sorry, folks.
Yeah, they feel about as good as everything else. Well, let's take the back one apart because there's oil pressure trying to shove up past it.
Yeah.
Which means our screen isn't plugged or nothing. We're
Yeah, I
getting
could
oil.
show it was splashing in the back, but it was just
So
bubbling.
we ain't got any out of here yet, but...
No, we haven't, and the back one still wasn't.
Yeah, but it was trying.
Dumping, yeah. Oil was coming up, just not proper like. It was not a lady. Ravioli.
I'll have to look online, Mary, and when it's cold again, we'll do all the lashings on all of them.
What's that?
I said we'll have to look online, and it's just too warm now to... But we'll do cold lashing next time.
What's lashing?
The distance between the valve tip and here, see?
Oh,
That's
okay,
a certain number when it's... And you got to follow the... We'll start with one, and we'll follow the firing order, and we'll go around, and... There's a system to it. It'll take a few minutes.
I know we've done it before. I just didn't know what its name was or it had one.
But we got to get oil coming out to these things first. Ran when parked. This is what I said before on these videos. Ran when parked means exactly that. Used to work. And then you say, oh, I'll just start right up. But I know there's these guys on the YouTubers that'll drive them 500 miles and stuff. That's true. This one would too. But you could also help it out a lot more.
Wouldn't want to drive ever again.
Well, it just needs a good
not
cleaning.
Doing nothing to it.
Good cleaning. There we go. This one looks bent.
All right, remember which way is which.
It's not bent.
Well, I'd say put it on a flat surface and you'd know, but this ain't flat. Oh, he's a pirate.
Arr, maybe there'd be no light at the end of this tunnel. Could say we could see the oil coming up around it.
And that's only got, just barely enough space in between for them to move. In between the block and the straw. What do you see, matey?
Nothing yet.
Ah, shoot.
You don't think it was that sticky oil that we just vacuumed out of there could have got in here and clogged these up, do you?
Oh, no. No way.
There it goes.
And then he throws it away. Literally, chucks it.
One time I had that small block Chevy that came out that I put in that green Jeep. Same way, the thing had 40,000 miles on it. But I think it was the original GM oil in it. And I just took it all apart and pressure washed the crap out of it.
I don't remember that. That was
Nah, you were too little. You were worried about learning your ABCs when I was doing that.
With this green Jeep?
That green Jeep.
Bull.
What do you mean, bull?
When did you get it?
10 or 12 years ago.
Oh, when we were at this house?
Yeah.
I was 10 at this house. I
Yeah.
knew my ABCs then.
Why didn't you come out and help me put push rods and stuff in it then?
Because I was 10.
Yeah, didn't want to help, but got it.
Okay, the first time I did push rods with you, we smashed my thumb. Because the spring popped off its
That was
little
for valves,
keepers.
Mary, and you didn't put your hand in the right spot.
Oh, no, I did. You apologized.
I said,
So
"I'm
therefore,
sorry you put your hand in
it
the
was
wrong
your
spot."
fault. I don't know, your hokey tool slipped.
Okay, so this one spins good at the bottom. Okay? It does not spin with the crap on the top.
Oh, flip it over. Then it won't spin on the bottom.
Let's put that oily part there. And we'll get this. Let's see what's going on here. Man, this engine's hot now.
Yeah, toasty. It's kind of nippy out today. Keep you warm.
So we're going to clean that because it's just not allowing the ball to spin.
You say we. I think it's a you thing.
Come on over to the mystery table here. So this is, see how that's sticky?
It ain't meant to.
See how that's not, it's supposed to fall right out of there.
He's a magician. It's a magic trick.
So this is where it's not spinning because it's got all.
Do you want your cleaning wire?
No, I'm gonna take it into the bench grinder.
Oh, the whirly bird.
Here, don't lose my. All right, put that on pause while I go do this.
You ain't seeing it. You've seen it before. I'm not showing you. That's what you said last week about the bench grinder.
Yeah, I'm not showing you.
Hey, good news though. It'll waterproof it some.
Now the wire wheel didn't go in there as good as I'd hoped.
Who would have guessed?
Remember which one was top?
One that's up.
Alright, this end's hokey jokey. Let's check this out. That one spins pretty good in there. So I'm going to take this in and clean the ends too.
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, this one's got issues. There's like a big goober on it.
Yeah, and it's ditch.
Maybe I can clean the end.
I mean, you got your cleaning wire and Stanley. A good old trusty paper towel. These are the cleanest parts on your truck right now.
I know, it's practically restored. You know, usually these guys are on the internet rebuilding and they spray something with paint. Not me, I'm rebuilding with paper towels. I'm one up in the internet.
This is on the internet.
I'm one up to Mary.
Okay.
Anyways, like I was saying, when the engine's running, I don't know if you can hear me or not. These are supposed to be rotating. That's what they're supposed to do. So
spinning like a top.
If this one's not spinning like a top, see, it doesn't feel right in there.
Dreidel, dreidel, dreidel. Did they have you learn that and sing it in elementary school?
Mary, nobody cares about elementary school. We're adults now. We got the problems of an adult.
That doesn't matter. You didn't answer my question.
No, I was a boy, and they didn't have us do that stuff in school. I am going to wire brush that crap.
Goodbye forever.
That end just does not want to work. It's probably chewed up because it ran without it. Yeah, you see?
Yeah,
It's got a little bit of booger on it because it...
Alright, stop moving, put the booger up, see if I can get it to focus on it.
This is where a real hoarder would have another engine with parts in it.
Well, you normally do of Subaru stuff. You're moving too much.
So you can see it's got a...
Golly.
It's got problems.
Yeah, there we go. Now they can see it.
It's got problems. Do I dare get brave with my bad eyes and try to like file that, or... Because this is a good end. See how beautiful that is in? So that just goes to show you when you guys do the will it runs and stuff, and then they drive them, and sometimes you'll see them, they make the miles, but they're not healthy when they get to the end. It's due to lack of oil. This is why everybody starts it. They go oil pressure, oil pressure, oil pressure. How's the oil pressure? How's the oil pressure? Okay, well, that's good, but it has to lubricate the crank, the connecting rods, the cam bearings, the lifters, the push rods, and the valves. And the oil always starves first at the top. The pump can't push up through this goo, and this is a result of that. Well, I'm just going to throw it back in the bottom and try it at the top. And hopefully the cup... No, see, it's supposed to be this. This is tighter probably than the lifter cup's going to be. If I had a file, I could...
Not a fine enough file.
Yeah, I don't own one, but I need one.
What is it, aluminum?
No, it's steel. It's probably a harder steel.
I was like, I figured aluminum would be too soft.
Well, let's see what happens, because I'm about done for the day.
Yeah, we're losing light. A storm's coming in.
I lost patience a while ago.
April showers. See? You can see it changing. Nice and pretty and blue. Not. It's coming in off the ocean.
So there's the joke, Mary. April showers bring May flowers. And what do May flowers bring?
Sneezes.
Pilgrims.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, you learned that one in elementary school? Learned it at the same time as the dreidel song.
I don't know the dreidel song.
Maybe it was just something my teacher did.
There you go.
It was fun though.
Well, it seems like it wants to turn down there.
I tell you what, that's a nice rebuilt piece. Oh, she looking shine.
I watched the feller down there in Tennessee the other day, and he says, rebuilt motor, lost the receipts. Yeah, yeah, this is a rebuilt valve train, lost the receipts.
You lost all of them?
Yeah. Like I say, I make jokes sometimes about this stuff, but really,
you're Spider-Man now.
Yeah, really, this isn't really a joke to joke about, but it's important that when you guys go to buy these projects or you get involved in them, you got to really think. Don't pay too much up front. I know that sounds cheapity, and I don't want to bet.
But if you have to put all the money in to fix it,
right? They say
they should be honest with you about what needs fixing.
But you're better off buying one that's half finished, because then all the hard work's done, and you just get to do the fun work. You know, this engine would need to be, at very least, regasketed.
Would need to actually be rebuilt?
Well, yeah, I mean, you could.
2/3 rebuilt.
Yeah, these turn. So they should all turn when they're in neutral position. And we saw them. You guys saw them on the video turning, right?
Yeah, best I could get it to focus.
Yeah.
Imagine they're turning, if you would.
We'll adjust the valves on the next go around, Mary.
Okay. Did you count?
No, but I can just see what the others are at, and I'm gonna put it about the same.
Alright.
And then we'll see where we're at.
This is what he says. I'm just gonna have to take it back off there anyway.
Well, we'll adjust it. This engine's too hot already for the radiator's hot, everything's hot. We have to practically build a scaffold to get back here.
Well, you've worked with scaffolding before. You could make some hokey homemade scaffolding.
Yeah. See, it's pushing the intake valve down. This one's under a load.
Oh.
But I saw where the threads were when we started. That's pretty close.
I zoomed it in, and then you put your hand in there, and then it got out of focus on arm.
Well, let's start it and see if we can get oil on that one. By then our gas will be done.
Yeah.
Our gasolina.
Gasolina. Oh!
You need to step back when I'm working, young lady.
Your man's trying to work here.
Yeah, it's a man's world.
That's a good song. Wouldn't be nothing without a woman or a girl. I don't think that back one's turning.
Does not turn.
Yeah, you can see it's kind of splashy.
Well, I got one. Got this one to work.
Yeehaw!
But it doesn't turn. This one turns like crazy, but no oil comes out.
That one neither turns nor oils. If you're not careful, that'll be your fingers.
Yeah. See what happened to that paper towel, Mary? That's what could have been happening to you.
I don't remember that visual demonstration as a child.
This
but
is your brain on eggs, or what is it?
Your brain on drugs and the egg in the cast iron pan.
Yeah.
I learned that one in school.
Mary, that's what's called throwing the towel in and just throw it right in there.
The gloves would have caused more problems, I think. With our luck, it would have got wound around.
Let's see.
Right in there.
Let's see what happens. It's about out of gas. There's oil going everywhere, preserving the body.
All right, well, the camera's going over there, not my face. Too heavy. news. Your paper towel went back there to clean up for you.
Let's stop before I start throwing stuff like this in there. Throw all these tools in.
Yeah!
It's junk. Surprise. All right. Here's our mess.
Our man. What?
I don't want any tomfoolery. This is a serious operation, Mary.
Okay.
Well, we know we're getting oil to the top end. We're just not getting it on those two at the end. And I got a bad push rod. So let's
do the Macarena and take a nap. Do the Macarena.
Let's keep our eye.
Do the Macarena.
I'm not doing none of that. Let's put this. Let's wind this video down. All right. So what did we learn today? Review. We know we got a new song coming out for our opening. Write in the comments, thumbs up, thumbs down. I don't care about the song. We're gonna try what we think for the next few weeks till we get one. We know that the 300 is the most reliable engine, but it has its limits. One of them being oil changed on every decade or two. We have to keep our eye out for a set of push rods. Not a big deal. Now that I see this, I'm more prone to, if I keep this truck, pull that engine out, re-gasket it, clean it, put it back in, paint it blue. You know, it should be good to go but there's still a knock in there, which we have to check the rods in the bottom.
I think we should paint it orange just to mess with people. When they look in there, they go.
One time I painted a Volkswagen engine purple because my other daughter, Courtney, wanted it for her car. And then when we put all the plastic on, you could hardly see the purple.
But it was also purple over black, so it didn't show up too good.
Yeah, paint them whatever color you want. It is an engine color purple. You can get it at the store. Anyways, there's enough tomfoolery. We've successfully failed once again this week.
Oh, task failed successfully. I'll put in that meme for you guys.
We discovered there was no big problems, just a lot of little problems, which make a big problem. And I don't know. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. We're trying to get to 1,000. I don't make a dime till I get over 1,000 subscribers. Then hopefully I can make.
We make
some money.
A dime every 3 months.
Yeah. So, anyways, if you guys again contact us via email if you see any of the junk in the yard you want, I'm going to do a spring cleaning here. And I'll sell some of this stuff locally, but hey, anybody's watching, I'll work a deal with you. I mean, I'm glad to pass anything along. Everything's for sale, just remember that. And you
price is right.
You set the price, and when it's high enough, I'll agree. How's that sound? Anyways, we'll get back to this probably in a couple of weeks. Anyways,